To the Broken Alliance. We're actually going to be starting a new campaign here. I think it's only fair.
The leaders of the 12 colonies promised we would never see war of that scale again.
To the Broken Alliance. We're actually going to be starting a new campaign here. I think it's only fair.
They predicted the Silent Rebellion less than 30 years later. The worst conflict in colonial history, and we are at a stalemate. No foothold gained that isn't lost again.
How's it going, Armand? Good to see you, buddy. So yeah, we are going to be starting a new campaign essentially to get into this new DLC, which I believe adds a lot of politics in the actual game. As you guys know, the humans don't always get along, and this particular DLC definitely showcases that.
Galactica was Caprica's crowning glory. It went missing 2 weeks after deployment. Athena, the 5th ship to be completed, belongs to Pycon. We were days away from delivering it when we heard the news. Pycon's capital cities were devastated by Cylon assault fleets. Among them, our own colonial fleet headquarters. There was no chance to intervene. Command of colonial fleet has fallen to Rear Admiral Kane. Our mobile shipyard, Daedalus, has become the ad hoc fleet headquarters. As Kane's XO aboard Daedalus, you have been promoted to operations commander of the entire colonial fleet. Kane intends immediate retaliation for the attack on Python. The war room awaits your arrival, Commander.
All right, guys, can't wait to jump in here and get started on another BSG Deadlock campaign. Of course, this time with the Broken Alliance DLC. So we'll see what happens here. For those of you guys just arriving from YouTube, thank you for joining, and I hope that we have a fun time. So, yeah, we're getting to the war room, and I think it's going to begin pretty much the same. What we're going to see are a lot of new political missions, things like that, where maybe we actually have to go ahead and deal with some of our human allies, or enemies in this case.
List to Pycon with the Battlestar Athena attached ASAP. That means we have to clear the scouts here or risk telegraphing our movements to the entire Cylon fleet.
Fair enough. So, pretty straightforward. We need to go ahead and do this mission. This is kind of the starting mission. Fairly simple stuff. But we do have to get through some of these earlier missions before we can actually proceed into maybe something a little more serious. By the way, guys, I do have Twitch open. I'm not typing, but I can definitely respond to you guys, so feel free to chat away.
It's time to make our presence known in this world. I trust you won't need my instruction twice. Tell your ships to move full speed towards the enemy.
All right. Very well. We've done this before.
Proceed when you're confident with your commands. Yes, sir. Our ships use fire control systems.
So we've got pretty standard manticores when we're starting, of course. And for those of you that have never seen Battlestar Galactica Deadlock, this is sort of the starting ship, essentially. It has frontal guns, but it doesn't have any guns on the side, so you really do have to approach the enemy like this. We're also going to go ahead and try and fire some missiles here. So let's go ahead. In fact, here it's just showing us the turret. So this is the positioning, basically what we can see. We can also focus fire here on the Nemesis. We're going to do that just to increase damage. And on the Manticore, I believe we can also fire a guided missile. But I think right now it just wants us to focus fire. Fair enough. All right. Hi, Artrop. How you doing, man?
Sir, we've got a new Daedalus contact. Daedalus IFF confirms.
Hold on, man. You want me to turn the voice up in-game or the mic volume? How's it going, Bon Value? Good to see all you guys. try to turn up the, the mic a bit. Maybe we'll do something like that. Tell me if that's better for the mic. In-game. Sure. Okay, we can do that too. Boom, boom, boom. I don't want to put the music up too much because my buddy Lionheart just got a strike for something silly. It wasn't involving music. It was involving a title, but it just shows how dangerous it is to, like, upload this stuff. And, you got to be careful. So here are targeting the Nemesis. And there's 2, of course, now. I want to finish off one at a time.
These Cylon corvettes won't hold up to sustained fire. Focus your turrets on one side to punch through their armor and destroy the hull. These ships also have long-range guided munitions, useful for softening a target before closing in for the kill.
That should work, my friend. Okay, here we go. So we're going to go ahead and destroy the guided missile. Could probably also do the same with this guy, even though he's right up on the Nemesis.
Missiles incoming!
Kind of should have moved this guy out of the way. There's a possible crash here, so I want to be careful. But no, there we go. That Nemesis is gone. However, they are firing guided missiles at us.
Ships don't seem to be performing as well as they should.
Yes. Yes, we know Simon Quaid. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start repairing the tech bay here.
Ships to hotfix what they can. I'll see to their comprehensive repair once you've finished with your engagement.
Roger that. Let's go ahead and focus fire on that new target, this new Nemesis right here. And we shall proceed. Not really too concerned with these early game missions. This stuff is pretty simple, but I just want to kind of get through it so that we can start checking out some of the new ships. And really, like I said, in this DLC, I think the main attraction is the politics. We're going to have a lot more enemies that are also going to be human, and essentially don't want to be part of the Quorum of 12. So we need to deal with that. And I hope this Manticore doesn't crash. It's awfully close. Get out of the way, Manticore. I'm going to let him keep on going on his usual trajectory. I want to see if we have any missiles. We're going to have to wait one turn, so we'll keep firing. And actually, we've got some rear guns on the Manticore there. Didn't really remember those. Pretty effective, actually, at doing some damage to the enemy. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to bump up a bit. And I think now we can fire our guided missiles and finish this thing off for good. Here we go.
Missiles incoming!
For the Quorum of 12. These Cylons have to be dealt with. There we go. She's a goner for sure.
Contacts are down. We recorded a vid feed of the battle if the commander would like to replay the fleet's performance.
So we do make it a point to always show you guys the replay. With some of these earlier battles, I'm not sure if I want to, but I'll go ahead and show you guys this one. So you can see the awesome replay system. If those of you haven't seen it, it really is just extremely cinematic. Haha, Raymond. And those rear guns really did a nice number on them. And actually, there are missiles that made full contact with our Manticore. Of course, he was fine. We will proceed and move to the next part of the campaign.
Congratulations, Commander. But we still have work to do.
Take away their credit card, says Artro. Alright, so take a look at one of these missions.
Stomping boots on. Started shelling out orders before she'd even finished sticking the Admiral pin to her jacket. She's out to prove she's ready for the top job of Colonial Fleet. Can't feel good to earn that promotion off the back of your superior's bad luck. But we've all lost someone in this war, I guess. My sister was on Galactica before it disappeared. Pycon's government is blaming Kane for not delivering Athena earlier. Both she and Sinan won't be happy until we've delivered all 12 of the Jupiters to the colonies. Well, at least we'll get to see Athena clear out some toasters before we hand her over to Pycon. Daedalus is ready to jump on your command, sir.
So we already know that we're going to have some issues with Pycon, potentially. This is, of course, the human problems that affect Galactica quite a lot. So, I guess I can jump straight to Pycon. I didn't think I could, but let's go for it. There used to be... so they've removed this, which is cool. There used to be an actual planet in between that you had to jump to first. I guess they got rid of that, and I'm glad they did. Didn't really need it, so here we go. Proceed. All right. So we've got the Daedalus and 2 Manticores.
Prepare to jump in 3, 2, 1.
Really not feeling good without a full fleet, I'll be honest. I want my fleet, but we know that's going to take some time.
Complete. Dratus contacts bearing 017, Karam 021.
Pycon and the rest of the 12 colonies are watching our every move, Commander. Some would see Colonial Fleet fail. Ensure we succeed.
No pressure, sir. No pressure at all.
Okay, so we also have access to the beautiful Athena. We don't get to keep her, but
yes, Commander.
She's a pretty awesome addition. So in this mission, we definitely want to make sure they don't get to the Daedalus and score some hits. And I believe the Daedalus also has some squads. So I will launch the Viper squads here. And we'll also launch the Viper squads on the Athena. I believe she's got a few.
Understood.
All right, I think we launched just one. We can launch the next squad, but we'll keep it as a defensive squad, more or less. Hey, Oba, how you doing, bud?
Ships are not lifeless assets to needlessly throw at the enemy.
Nonsense. Yes, they are.
Adjust a ship's posture to tailor the crew's tactics so that you can match whatever opposition you encounter.
This lady's lying. She's totally... These ships are totally made for that. I don't know what she's talking about. She doesn't know anything. Command. Posture.
A defensive posture
I don't want that.
Defense-oriented subsystems are more efficient.
Yeah, we know.
Likewise,
See, we know what we're doing.
Aggressive posture will boost the ship's
Shut up, Lucinda.
at the expense of the ship's
Oh
defenses.
dear, she won't stop, will she? No. No, she won't.
Hostile unit identified.
Alright, let's see who we spotted first. Looks like... We'll take a look once we actually get there, but I'm pretty sure it's the guy on the far left.
Receiving word from Athena's CAG. Their alert Vipers are online and ready to return hostilities.
Alright, we already called our Vipers, but fair enough. Launch all. And let's see what we get when we target something with a missile. Okay, so the Nemesis is over here to the far right. Yeah, we might want to slow down a little bit here.
Yes, Commander.
And I'll actually send this Manticore to actually hunt him down. So let's focus fire on him. Enemy's also sending some War Driver squadrons at us, but we can deal with those pretty easily. Especially when we get our Vipers out. Alright, let's see. So yeah, we're throwing all missiles at one Nemesis, just to try to eliminate him from the field, essentially.
Hostile unit identified. Missiles incoming!
Interesting. Looks like we've got a Talon class here, guys. We've got some pretty good side
Use
guns.
squadrons to hit priority targets. Or
For a
defend enemy
Cylon
targets.
fleet, that's actually not too bad.
You can recall a squadron back to its carrier if the situation begins to deteriorate.
Alright, so we are going to go ahead and actually grab our Viper squads here. And for now, I'll actually just have them defend the Daedalus.
Fighter squadron is taking fire.
Come on, that Nemesis is taking all the hits there from the missiles. And now, of course, Manticore is just following him, hitting him in the rear. Though his rear armor seems to be okay. And remember, that's one thing in this game that's quite important, is being able to sort of manipulate the movement of your ship. Because believe it or not, even if you're taking, like, massive damage on one side, you can still manage to turn that ship around, and, you know, it'll be perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and focus here on this Nemesis. I'm going to do the same with our Jupiter class. We'll have him focus on the Nemesis class ship. I'm really sad to see this Athena go, but what can I do? And we'll also send one of our Viper squads to attack. Ooh, that's going to be close. Get them, Viper squads. Oh, she's about to go down for sure, man. Look at that. She is definitely about to go down. I just want to make sure she doesn't crash into us. So I'm turning. And I'm actually going to turn this Manticore to face this Nemesis right here. Or this Talon class, I should say. So I'll cancel that target. And focus on the Talon. We're also being hacked by this Nemesis, but she's about to go down, so I'm not too worried. And there we go. I think she did crash into us. We'll have to see the replay. I'm pretty sure she hit the side here.
Commander,
And just
I've
fell
asked
apart.
Sinan if there is any way we can stop those Cylon tech ships from hacking our systems, but he's being stubborn.
Hey, Lady Chicken Sword or Lady Chicken Knight now. Cool.
Firewall should keep them out
Welcome.
for a while. Otherwise, take the subsystem offline for repairs if they cause too much damage.
Or you can rely on the tried and tested method of shooting the Cylons down before they get the chance. Battlestars are equipped to accommodate flak ammunition. Use this to zone out fighters and incoming munitions.
Alright, we'll turn on some flak. Don't really need it, but yeah, it's just kind of part of the tutorial. And I'll also turn and start targeting that Talon class ship. I think we can also fire missiles again. Sure enough. Should also focus fire on that guy. And we'll fire missiles from here as well.
Understood.
Let's grab these Vipers and attack the Talon. To victory! I think we're pretty good at this point. Just want to make sure we don't crash into the ship, so we'll take a look and see where Athena is. And I want to send everybody away because we do have that flak on. We could turn it off now, but yeah, let's cancel that flak. And I'll actually fire a guided missile, despite this being completely behind us. This is the beauty of the guided missile. Chances are, this is still going to find its target. Howdy, Vipers.
Sir, PyCon Intel just confirmed that Admiral McKinley died in the attack on Fleet HQ.
Oh, thank
With
God, I
Admiral
get a new job.
servicing aboard Galactica, Admiral Kane remains the commanding officer of Colonial Fleet.
McKinley was a good commander and a good soldier.
And an Irishman.
We honor his memory today. So say we all.
So say we all.
Okay, there's actually no Ireland in this world, but... well, actually there is, but Battlestar doesn't get there until at the end of the series, I believe, and we're all the way in the first PyCon War. So Ireland's basically got, like, maybe Neanderthals roaming around. Same thing and now, basically. No offense to my Irish
So
friends.
say we all.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to turn this guy around completely, but that's going to take some time. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a kill, although he is turning his side to us. But once again, our Viper fleets are arriving, and the Vipers make a big difference in situations like this. Let me know, guys. Also, we usually do an instant replay system after every battle, so if you want us to do it after every battle, let me know. I don't usually do commentary for those replays. It just lets you guys, you know, use your imagination, basically. But, you know, if you want me not to do the replays, tell me and we'll just continue with the campaign. Come on, missiles! Let's see. Oh, you're finished. You're finished. Wait a minute, what the hell is going on? Oh, fire your missiles.
Yes, Commander.
Also, I think this is new, guys, and I'm not sure if this is part of the DLC, but the damage to the ship. I don't remember this in the first iteration of the game, and I used to work at Slytherin, so I think this has also been added, some real damage to the actual ship itself, which I love. Very, very realistic looking, and adds a feeling of realism. I just said that. Why the hell would I repeat myself? Fire, kill it! Destroy! That's right, and Neanderthals were apparently pretty intelligent. Doesn't explain why they got wiped out. But, yeah, they were not
On it, Commander.
dumb. Come on, boys. Put this Talon to sleep. I'm just going to keep up the same pattern, more or less. Yeah, she's going down very soon. There's no doubt about it. Look at that. So a fire has actually started. This is also new, guys. So all this damage modeling is absolutely new. I love it. Look at that. It's a victory there.
Daedalus is cold. All hostile contacts are cleared.
If you're finished playing with Pycon's toy, I believe it's time to hand Athena over to their defense ministry.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. We are going to have to give
Already been
Athena
notified.
to the Pycon
Commander, there's
Defense
something else.
Ministry.
We're having some difficulty with Daedalus's navigation computers. It'll be easier to explain from the war room.
Let you guys enjoy this. Alright, I like it. We're gonna proceed, my friends.
Admiral, Commander, we have a problem. The Idris relay that we use to outsource our jump calculations is malfunctioning.
Malfunctioning. What's our effective jump distance?
It's difficult to estimate with just the onboard computers. The red line extends beyond Helios Alpha, but we'd probably need an intermediary jump to get anywhere significant outside of the system.
This is what an ambush looks like, Commander. Find us a way back to Helios Gamma immediately. I want Daedalus under the cover of Ragnar's clouds before the Cylons can attack.
Commander, we're going to need more ships. Sinan's taken up yards 1 and 2 for the Jupiter-class Battlestars, and we're only prepped to crunch Manticores right now.
The floor crews are changing their build priorities as we speak. There's no use having a half-built Battlestars if we can't defend them.
So, I just saw,
Okay.
Lady Chicken
Got the
Sword's
Manticore
question there.
hull underway, but let's push its fit out and training schedule forward.
I'll answer it once
Your brand new
Helena
Manticore
Agathon is done
waiting
talking.
your orders, Commander.
Okay, so I'm going to add this Manticore to our fleet. But basically, yeah, what Aramon is saying is pretty correct. This is very different. I know the Warhammer game you're talking about. It doesn't come to mind right now. But I think, without a doubt, BSG Deadlock is much more interesting. It's much more fun. It's not just focused on the combat. There's also a political element to it. There's a massive economic element to this game. So basically, if you see like all these 12 planets, there's 12 different colonies. And we can actually lose loyalty in these colonies, and with the new DLC, they can even rise up against us and try to form their own federation. So it's quite fascinating. And if you don't know the story of Battlestar Galactica, that's different, just because it's pretty complex. But I don't think you need to enjoy this game. And like,
Sir,
you know, if
we
you've
suspect
seen,
a
be
satellite
quiet,
at Terminal
Anna.
may be the source of the Idris interference
If you've
affecting our
seen
jump
those battles we
have the
just
briefing
done,
target
I
ready.
honestly think this one looks a lot better visually, even than the other one. So let's see over here. We're going to try to build some more ships. I wanted to get a Berserker class, but I don't think we can right now. All right, let's take a look at Chapter 3.
Colonial Fleet relies heavily on the Idris network. It provides access to accurate real-time locations and trajectory data of interstellar objects. The network is vital to our jump calculations. Without Idris, we can't tell if there's going to be a planet-sized inconvenience at the end of an FTL.
No worries,
job.
Lady Chicken Sword.
We believe the Cylons are behind the interference of the Idris network and using the civilians at Caprica Terminal as a human shield. Caprica has granted us operational access to the terminal surrounds. Galactica is still MIA, so there will be no Battlestar to save the day if the Cylons do show up. To recap, we have to destroy every Cylon transmitter we find, restore the Idris relay, and jump back to Ragnar, all without causing a single civilian scratch. Just another day at the office, right, Commander?
So this mission is actually quite frustrating. We absolutely want to keep one of our fleets back, or one of our ships back, to defend Daedalus, or else they will attack it, almost certainly. So I'm going to be careful on this mission. There's 2 missions here in the start of the campaign that I find quite difficult. This is one of them. So let's proceed. We could have actually postponed and gotten another Manticore, which wouldn't have been a bad idea, but, well, we've made our decision. Welcome, everybody, by the way. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, we've got 3 Manticores. And I think it's important to keep probably one of these back to defend Daedalus.
Prepare to jump in 3, 2, 1. Sir, Caprica Terminal has been locked down and local forces are en route to our position. Readings indicate there's definitely a bogus transmitter in the area.
Civilian lives are of value. Their property is not. Find and destroy any relay hijacked by the Cylons.
You heard it, Commander. Go blow up somebody's satellite.
Thanks, Naresco, and welcome to our stream here. Okay, so, yeah, we got to get rid of these satellites, and what's most important, like I said, we have to defend this area. But we've got these 2 Adamants
On it, Commander.
that are supposed to help us quite a lot. But I think they're actually going to give us a false sense of security. So I am keeping one of these Manticores back. I'm also going to pop Daedalus' squads, but I'm not going to use them to attack any other ships. And I'm going to send these two guys towards the satellite to waste it. Now, that's not the only satellite. There are other ones around the area, but we have to actually locate them. Let's keep on going. And there's actually one over there to the far left. I actually see one here and one here. So actually, you know what we should do? Is we'll turn adamant this way, and turn this adamant this way.
Yes, sir.
They definitely could, Arimon. They definitely could. It's an absolute possibility. I think, let's see, we can probably target that guy right now. I don't know why that's the only one he can see. Okay, we'll just keep on going forward, and I'll have to target the satellite with just one of our Manticores. Come on, Manticore. Come on, Manticore! Focus fire on the satellite. I think he's going to take it out really fast here. These satellites are very easy to destroy. You know, there's really nothing defending it at all. This is just space junk, really. Look at that. Goodbye.
The satellite is destroyed. We can leave Helios Alpha, correct?
No, Lucinda, you idiot. Of course we can't.
I've got another candidate for the source of the interference, however.
Syndicate's always wrong. Every time. Alright.
Understood.
See if we can focus fire here. I think we can. Yeah, that satellite is right there. We might as well focus fire with this adamant as well. The unfortunate part is no matter how we do on this mission, we don't get to keep these adamants. We have to build our own. And despite me thinking for a long time that it was, this shows my lack of knowledge in Battlestar Galactica. An adamant is not a Battlestar. It's almost as big as a Battlestar, but not quite. See what I'm talking about? Here we go.
Sir, new greatest contacts. Terminal broadcast isn't expecting any arrivals, so we have to assume the jumpers are hostile.
Yeah, of course.
Interference is still in place, and it seems to be getting
Of
stronger.
course they're hostile.
Commander, I have identified 2 more satellites showing potential interference.
Alright, so obviously the satellites are, it's definitely something we want to go for, but we want to be very careful because I'm fairly certain, and it could be the next mission, but I'm fairly certain in this mission they're going to pull an attack on the Daedalus. So right now, only our Manticores are going to be able to deal with that situation. We can pull over one of these adamants, but it's going to take quite a while to get here. And we'll pull this one back too on the way, also firing on that satellite. Let's see if these adamant class ships, I believe they've got some Vipers. So let's launch those. And actually, we could send the Vipers after the satellites. I didn't even think of that. And just proceed on to take on the enemy fleet here. Yeah, great suggestion, Trupp. Great suggestion. So we'll take the Vipers there. Let's grab one of these. Go for the SAT.
Squadron target is confirmed.
Yeah, and that's going to be it. And then, of course, we will turn around completely.
Understood.
If I'm not mistaken, we have spotted a few. Let's take a look and see. I think we can go ahead and fire. Let's take a look here. No, that would just be the satellite. I'm not going to shoot at the satellite. In fact, I'm going to lower the speed here of our Manticores because I want to make sure they get a perfect shot on the enemy approaching.
Yes, Commander.
And this Manticore just needs to keep on sort of circling Daedalus. Could actually turn the speed up on this thing, guys. Boost thrusters. We would move farther, but we're not going to be as effective. But it might not be such a bad idea. I just have to remember to turn those thrusters off.
Hostile unit identified.
Okay, we've identified. It's going to be a Talon. No, Nemesis! 2 Nemesis class ships. No, that's a satellite. Well, we're going to have to take this out. And I think I'm ready to fire some missiles. Especially since the Nemesis-class ships have a really frustrating hacking ability. And they can essentially shut your entire ship down. So let's make sure that we're targeting this bad boy. We'll also focus fire on him.
On it, Commander.
There we go. They've started the hack, as you can see. That little red line.
Incoming.
That is a hack. Boom! Oh, we're not even going to need the second barrage or the third barrage of missiles. And there actually is a Raider prototype squadron here, so we want to be careful. I'm really tempted to send out the ships from Daedalus, but I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is select a new target. Not too worried about the Talon. We know they're pretty slow and clunky. I mean, they've got those nice side guns, but right now I think the Nemesis is the biggest threat. Now, unfortunately, you can't change the trajectory of missiles. Once you've fired them, that's where they're going. But we do have a round of missiles we can fire from the Manticore. And I think I'll actually hit... I want to be careful not to hit this, so I will fire at the Talon in this case. Those Vipers are about to waste that satellite, I believe. She's down to 1 of 4, unless they've... I don't think they're destroyed. Alright, Nemesis is hacking, of course. At this point, I might want to turn off the thrusters. Man, those Raider prototype squadrons are doing some work here. Look at that.
No joy, sir. Navigation data is still compromised. They must have
really
control
good
of
job.
the entire Aegis system by now.
Not to mention, we've destroyed more Caprican infrastructure in the last few minutes than the entire Cylon fleet could on a good day.
We've wasted enough time. Commander, remove the Cylon threat from Caprica Terminal before any more lives are put at risk.
All right, we have our orders. This is pretty straightforward. She's going down for sure. A few more shots here. Come on. Manticore. That's a kill. Well done. And it looks like the missiles maybe did hit their target either way. That's pretty good to know. So even though we selected a different enemy target, that target was destroyed, they went on to hit a second enemy target. Love those guided missiles. But actually, I do prefer the torpedoes just because there's more of them.
Yes,
so with the torpedoes, you basically fire 10 at a time. The catch is, or 8 at a time, excuse me. The catch is they're not entirely accurate. So, you know, things do happen. Sometimes they don't shoot the way you want them to. It can cause problems. What happened to the Manticore over here? Did we totally lose sight of it? I think we probably did. So, you know what? Just to be safe, I'm going to start moving this adamant back. Yeah, he really flew all the way back. God bless him.
Manticore is taking damage.
Alright, nice double missile barrage here.
Manticore is taking damage.
Come on, boys. Destroy this ship. They're going to get her eventually. But I have to say those Raider prototype squadrons are absolutely causing us problems. The Thought we were already focused firing, but we're not. So let's go ahead and focus heavily. And we've actually got some damage here to fire control. Look at that, guys. When you don't have fire control, you cannot fire. I mean, that's a serious problem. Obviously, losing navigation is another fundamental. And I think some of the best multiplayer matches I've been in are ones I've lost, where the enemy has literally taken away the navigation from my ship and guided me into an asteroid or another ship, etc. You can absolutely do that. And this is why the threat of hacking is real. Thankfully, the Talon class can't hack, but he can still send out these Raider prototypes. There's a lot of space in that ship, obviously. And these Manticores are pretty beat up. Make sure that there's no other enemies. In fact, we'll take a look at the map. We've destroyed all of their satellites, so you know what? I'm actually going to take the Viper squadrons and select a new target. Look at that. Sure enough, there's another Talon class. I'm not going to end the turn. I'm actually going to turn this way, pun intended. Hopefully we don't crash into the ship. This is going to be a really dangerous turn, guys. And I'll fire the guided missile here at this Talon class. I didn't even notice him.
Manticore is taking damage.
Don't let him get away.
So say we all.
And now we should be able to fire those missiles. Obviously not on the ship with damaged fire control, but on just about every other ship we have.
Understood.
Okay, so we want to turn right now.
Understood. Manticore is taking damage.
Gotta shut down those Raider prototypes. And I do believe they stick around whether or not we kill the Talon. So they're going to be a whole nother problem to deal with. You can see the Talon's already on fire, but look at this. Had we just continued, our Manticores would be crashing into each other without a doubt.
Commander.
So I'm going to slow down, keep firing, and I'm pretty sure we have a kill here.
Manticore is taking damage.
She's definitely turning to her stronger side to avoid the eventual death knell here that's going to happen. Now, this is where we want to be careful. Really careful to not crash into Caprica Terminal.
Subsystem is back online.
Come on. Nice. We got fire control back. And I do believe that means we have a nice little missile barrage we could send out. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, she's going down, guys. Definitely want to check on the Adamant, though, just to make sure everything's okay. This guy's kind of just roaming around, making sure Daedalus is safe. This one has got to keep on attacking. We want to be careful we don't crash into this guy, so I'm actually going to lower myself. The Adamant class has some pretty good top guns. In fact, I want to see if we can get sort of a close-up on them. You can see right there. I mean, we can absolutely do damage from beneath. Like Jaws. In fact, maybe we'll rename that ship Jaws. And yes, you can rename ships in this game. I don't want to see this Talon go down. She was tough, man. She was definitely tough. But there we go. She is finished. And sure enough, the Raiders are still around. We're going to have to deal with the Raiders.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's focus fire on the prototype squadron. I have to give it to them, man. Usually I'm not impressed by them, but there's definitely been some updates done to the game because they're actually performing quite well. Almost identical to Mark 1's, really. Another thing we're going to do here, guys, we're going to stop boosting thrusters, first of all. And then I am going to go ahead and put this on full attack. So we're not going to have very high defenses, but we're putting all of our energy into attacking the enemy.
Manticore is taking damage.
So we're still not quite in range. I think we need to rise up a bit. There we go. And trust me, the guns on the Adamant do a significant amount of damage here. We don't want to get too far up, though, or then these guns don't perform as well.
So say we all.
Why is this ship named Tartarus? Isn't that the Greek hell? That's a bit, scary. I mean, I guess it's intimidating to the enemy, but what about the crew that has to see that every day plastered on the side of their ship? Get them, Vipers. If we win this one, this will be entirely the work of our Viper-class ships without a shadow of a doubt.
Manticore is taking damage.
Let's do this.
Understood.
Once again, we are on full attack, so we're using all of the guns we can. And sure enough, our guys are headed back just fine. Caprica absolutely owes us for this. We have definitely defended the terminal, but look at that damage modeling. I love that. So you can actually see the hits from the enemy guns here on the side of our ship. That's really well done, man. Keep it up, keep it up. Those guns. Yeah, I'm flying right underneath this guy. Sometimes the Talons will kamikaze themselves to be able to take out your ship, and I've actually seen that done on multiplayer a lot. Our trop is saying Tartarus is the deep abyss that is used as a dungeon of torment and suffering for the wicked and as the prison for the Titans. Oh my gosh. What a terrible name for a ship. It reminds me of, I'm sure many of you guys are familiar with the Atlantic expeditions, and which, I think it was, I can't remember the name they chose, but two of the British expeditions that went to find the Atlantic Passage. There's actually a show, one of them was called The Terror. There's a show called The Terror based on. It's really cool.
Yes, Commander.
And it was just like just a terrible name for a ship. Like, I don't necessarily believe in good luck and bad luck in that sense, but I wouldn't name my ship like Lucifer or Hell or anything like that. And I'm not even religious, so it just seems very, very, like a very strange choice. I think you're taking some risks when you do that. I would just name my ship Modesty. It would just be like, we're modest. We're not saying it's going to sink. We're not saying it's not. We're very, very modest here, okay, guys? Like, we're not trying to tempt fate. We don't think this is, like, the perfect ship. So, understand that, you know? I would just name it Modesty. Adamant's pretty good. I like just the Adamant. That's not pushing it. Looks like there might be a few raiders over here still alive, but they're going down soon. Yeah, that is true. Armand makes a good point. It's the perfect ship for people that are like, you know, stuck on a ship for a day. Sort of like in between deployments.
So say we all.
Mess hall has awful food. Here we go. She's going down.
Damage.
Look at that fire. Silence can't hold on forever. Goodbye. Love how that frontal
Admiral
hull
Kane,
just flew right
Caprica
off.
Uniform representatives are on the line. They want to know about Colonial Fleet's involvement at Caprica Terminal.
Divert the calls to my office, Lieutenant. And get us out of Helios Alpha, Commander, before I am forced to ground the Daedalus for good.
Alright guys, as always, I'll let you watch the replay. And thank you for everybody that's new. Make sure to subscribe here to us on Twitch and click the Civil War photo to be taken to the YouTube channel. Every bit helps. Not bad, guys. Let's proceed to the next part of the campaign here. Pretty nice stuff there. We didn't lose a single ship. That's what we need.
Venturing into the cold unknown, might I suggest we update our fleet a little?
Good idea.
I can draw up all the plans you want, but you will still need the cooperation.
Yes, we can get the adamant.
Raw materials and blueprints into a living, breathing crew aboard an operational ship. Luckily for you, Lucinda Kane is persuasive. Her recent display of force has provided us the requisitioning power needed for my Adamant-class frigates. We may as well be well defended, whatever it is you're dragging us into.
So I'd actually rather get 2 Adamant frigates. Not even sure if they can fit into the current fleet. We have to get a commander for the current fleet, and that's going to take a little while. I think we have to get to part 4 here. So they still do have Coculus here, which I don't like. I don't like Coculus. We're going to go ahead and actually save over this. As you can see, I've gotten all the way to mission 15. But I wanted to jump back here since the DLC is out and restart, and I am very impressed. Let's end the turn. Oh, wow. Cylon Fleet just decides to attack us. Thanks, Cylon Fleet. We were, like, just getting our fleet together, but I guess we'll fight you. Here we go. All right, wish us luck. So obviously the idea here is the more we defend these planets, the more Tilium they'll give us. If we can prove to these planets that we're capable of defending us, they're going to love us. They're going to give us Tilium. They're going to give us blueprints, etc. If not, they could potentially, especially with the new DLC, they could potentially rebel against us and actually start sending out their own fleets to fight us. Human against human. Not a good situation. Use the map, and I'm spotting targets. Okay, so they're on the far left here. I will pop our fleets at Daedalus.
So say we all.
And of course, we'll send the Manticores forward. And let me know, guys, if you want to see those replays or if you just want me to skip them. Maybe we can just save the replays for, like, the most intense battles and not replay every single time.
Understood.
But I do like you guys to see the cinematics because they are exquisite. Look at those ships. I wonder how many people one Manticore can fit. I think somebody told me on a previous stream. I just never really remembered. But these are massive craft, as you can see. You know, these Daedalus shipyards essentially function as an entire city. And actually what we could do, we could take the Viper, we could defend, and we could send these Vipers to actually defend the Manticore. This does 2 things. It defends the Manticore from any enemy projectiles, number 1, or enemy ships. And number 2, another thing that it does is once we get close enough, we could just pop off defense and go straight into attack and not have to, you know, traverse this entire area of space. So I'm going to defend this Manticore. Welcome to the stream.
Hostile unit identified.
Good to see you, Sprogue. Guys, so we have actually a legend of the Battlestar Galactica Deadlock community here. This is Sprogue. He's won a number of tournaments for Battlestar Galactica Deadlock, and he has stomped me many, many times. If you guys have any tactical questions about the game, don't forget this game does have multiplayer, so if you guys enjoy multiplayer, that's absolutely a part of it. Ask Sprogue. He knows it all. And he also knows how to build the more complex Cylon fleets that I can only dream of building. I remember trying to fight him once and trying to hack his ships, and I failed miserably. Let's go ahead and attack. And make sure to also, man, subscribe to us, Sprogue, and to the YouTube channel. I think you're already subbed to us on YouTube. Select target.
Understood.
Seems like they're going straight for Daedalus. It's a true raid. No, we're going to try to cut them off at the pass. It's like a cowboy term. Let's cut them off at the pass, boys. Thank you, Noresco. Thanks so much, man. Noresco just did a tip, guys. We got to find a way to put that up on our cheers so that he's remembered for that. Thank you so much, Noresco. We are going to make a list of our tippers down below. just to show what everybody's provided. I didn't realize that with Twitch, they actually refresh it every week. Sneaky Twitch. You're learning things from YouTube. That's not good. So thank you again, mate. I really appreciate that. And Resko, are you new to our stream? Oh, she's going down. But as for Sprogue here, he is just a master. Just absolutely epic. He did have a final battle in the tournament. And I'll let him explain it because I unfortunately did not get to watch it. But my ex-coworkers told me about it. It was just incredible. I think they went for, what was it, Sprogue, 4 hours that you guys played before somebody finally won. Just really epic stuff. So he fully understands the game. And Sprogue, can you tell everybody, while we're here talking about the DLC, I'm not sure if you got a chance to play it. It's obviously what we're playing now, but do you like it? Can you give us some more information about it, or at least your experience with it, etc.? I think, you know, personally, I'm really enjoying it. Anything that adds politics to a game is going to make me happy, and that's certainly the case here. Oh yeah, he's going for Daedalus. They're definitely going for Daedalus.
Incoming. Daedalus is...
Yeah, Daedalus is in trouble. We could actually turn up Daedalus's defenses here.
So say we all.
To decrease the damage. I think we'll be alright, but...
Understood.
Just as a safety precaution.
On it, Commander.
We definitely want to focus fire on the guy attacking here in the front. He's untouched at this point. And Daedalus, I'm going to turn the hull all the way up there, guys. I thought we popped all the squads from Daedalus. That's my fault. No, we have popped them. I was about to say. Alright.
Yes, sir.
We'll have them continue to follow that other Nemesis-class ship.
Daedalus is taking damage.
Have faith, Daedalus. Sprogue says anything that makes it more complex is good. I agree 1,000,000%. I think, you know, it's one of the reasons I really like games like CK2, EU4, and I know, of course, these are two different companies we're talking about, but like when you add DLCs like this that add a major element, in this case politics, it really almost makes it feel like a new game, and I really like that. So it brought me back into Battlestar Galactica Deadlock. I've always liked it, but I've never been a huge sci-fi guy. Those of you that watch the YouTube channel will see that. But nonetheless, you know, it's definitely something to keep in mind. Wow, somebody's whistling, man. My goodness, here we go. Oh, she's a goner. I think that Nemesis is finished too. Thanks again, Noresco. And can you tell us if you just found the stream here on Twitch, or if you've been a subscriber for a while?
So say we all. On it, Commander.
I want to thank everybody for showing up. We have a very nice showing today. Let's focus fire. She's definitely going. You guys want to see the replay, or shall we continue the campaign? What do you say, guys? In fact, Araman, could you do us a huge favor, man? Maybe make a straw poll, see if people want us to do the replays every time, or if they want us to skip the replays, and maybe a third option of like only do replays on major battles, something like that. We're being hacked, but that Nemesis is finished. Alright, we're going to proceed with this one. I also kind of want to get to the next part of the campaign and get my Adamant class. So, if you guys see that Cylon fleet, when it's over a planet, we're going to start losing respect from that planet. Right now, they're not giving us any Tillium. And look at the population. Is this 2,533,000,000? Oh my god, come on. Unbelievable. Okay, so... a lot of people on that planet. What about Geminon? Pretty similar. And they're very loyal to us. So right now we're just waiting, guys, for the ships to be built, and I could actually rush one of these for 380. I'm not sure we should, but what the hell? I know I'm a very bad boy. Transfer it to our main fleet. Yes, we can definitely get 2 adamants into this fleet, guys. We're gonna do it. Oh yeah, they're gonna attack us again. Man, so we are continually being raided by the Cylon fleets. It seems they've gotten a bit more aggressive, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, thank you, man. Vote for intense battle replays, he says. Very cool. So I'm glad people are finding us on Twitch. That's awesome, man. It's a really good sign. Thank you, Sprog. Thanks, bud. We also need to upload the next part of our Spanish Civil War Let's Play very soon. I've been wanting to get back into that, or wanting to finish it, I should say. Alright, so this is just a classic raid, it looks like. I don't think this will be a tough one. And we've got our brand new adamant. I've actually got an idea here.
So say we all.
We're going to come up with better ways to reward our subscribers that not only subscribe to the Twitch channel, but provide donations and provide gems, things like that. And one way I'm going to do that, it's a very pathetic way, but I hope it's okay, is I'm going to rename the Adamant class here after our glorious, glorious friend. I think it'll be the right way to go about. So we'll rename it the Noresco class. For some reason, your name makes me hungry. I think it makes me think of Nabisco. Sprogs. Oh, this might be a different guy. I thought this was Sprog. It's hard to see your name. I don't know if this is Sprog or Sprugs. Or maybe both of you guys are here. Let me look. It's so hard to read on the damn phone. Yeah, this might be Sprugs, not Sprog. Thank you, though, man. Anyway, yeah, Sprog is also somebody that stops by the channel occasionally, and he is the guy that has won tournaments in this game, and he's just unbelievable. But your name really made me think it was him. Okay. Still not spotting anything, but we'll see something pretty soon. And one thing I haven't done is popped my ships here. And I also haven't popped my ships at Daedalus, so let's do that.
Launching alert Vipers.
Haha, Noresco. We're gonna have to do it after the end of this battle, but we'll rename this this Adamant class Noresco.
Hostile unit identified.
Yeah, these are all just basically pathetic little Nemesis class ships.
Understood.
They're also attacking us in a very forward way, so
yes, sir.
Makes it easy to target these guys.
Understood.
And we'll even send in the Viper MK1s.
Understood.
So they're just going to be overwhelmed with fire. Ooh, watch the friendly fire! Yes, you can definitely hit your own ships. There's one down. Usually 2 missile salvos are enough to take out one of these Nemesis class ships. I want to be careful not to crash into this thing. Remember, any ships we lose, we're going to end up having to rebuild. We don't want to do that. Still no hacking going on, thankfully. He's trying to gain some altitude, maybe to get us to forget about him, but that is not going to happen. And he's still got like full armor at this point. Let's see. Alright, let's go. Oh yeah, that Nemesis is dead. And actually, Daedalus is firing as well. Daedalus does have some actual guns on it. They're not too effective, but they can get the job done.
On it, Commander.
And I think that should be a kill on the Nemesis. Yeah, nice! Okay. And I think we'll go with the copious replay strategy suggested by Sprugs here. That was just a really fast battle. Total domination. Alright. So first I want to go ahead and rename this one ship Nadesco. But we're definitely getting a lot of attention from the Cylon fleet. So this is our Adamant class frigate here. We'll put it in bold as well. We'll also rename one of our Manticore Sprugs. So let's do that. Arimon. Sorry, we can't fill everybody in, guys, but we'll do our best. And the Artrop for our Tartarus.
Cylon escort group has been detected.
There we go. There's our next Adamant. So we're going to transfer that to the fleet group Daedalus. One thing I definitely want to do, I want to save here. And now we'll go to our next mission, guys. Let's go ahead and jump. And let's see what this one's about. Okay, here we go. Look at that, second Adamant. So I think this might be the mission we need to be careful. I'm keeping one Adamant back here. Pretty sure this is the one where they start attacking the Daedalus randomly.
2, 1.
Multiple contacts on Daedalus, sir. Records show there hasn't been a Tauran presence out here since the war first broke. We can safely assume any Daedalus contacts out there are hostile. Blast us away home, Commander.
Okay. Once again, I'm very wary on this mission. Because I know on one of these, and it's been a while since I played the campaign, but on one of these missions, they start attacking Daedalus randomly. They spawn in 2 ships right there, and just start attacking. So this Adamant's staying back. Sorry, Adamant. We will launch Vipers. And this is also our Noresco. Look at that. Look at that, Noresco. You've got your name on the side of a ship. Isn't that cool? So now this one is the Noresco. And the Ahriman. Look at the Ahriman. Very neat. I love that addition. That's just cool. Now that's always been here in the game.
Yes,
This was
sir.
not. That's not a new DLC thing,
On it,
but it's still
Commander.
very neat. As you can see, I'm going to move at a snail's pace. And we haven't spotted anything yet. Whoa! Holy shit. Sorry, guys. Hold on a second. Wow, I think there was an accident outside. Give me a second. Sorry, guys. I have to go look. Curiosity killed the cat. Wait a minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, man, that was strange. Wow. I think somebody just had a little, like, fender bender and just kept going. Did you guys hear that? That was so loud, my god. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to the battle.
Understood.
Gotta start closing my windows at night. It's always a good idea.
Understood.
Boom.
Hostile unit identified.
Also, Noresco, don't forget to subscribe to us, man. So
Commander,
you don't miss any
multiple
of
new
our
training
videos.
contacts.
Oh, this is what I'm talking about. This is the mission where they do this. Sure enough. So we do have this adamant, but how quickly can he get around here to provide support?
Yes, sir.
And with the Daedalus shipyards, we need to go ahead and increase hull defense all the way. As for the ships here at the Daedalus shipyards,
Squadron target is confirmed.
see, I knew there was going to be a mission like this. I just knew it. So we're sending all of our ships to attack the Nemesis. And for the Talon class, we'll slow down a bit. First of all, we'll focus
Yes,
fire
sir.
on them, and then we will fire a missile barrage. In fact, I think maybe it's better to fire a missile barrage at at one of these ships. The concern here is that the missiles could actually end up impacting the shipyards if they don't reach in time, if that makes sense. I'm going to take the risk this once, but for the rest, I'm going to fire on the Talon directly. Ahriman's also firing a salvo
Fighter
here.
squadron is taking fire. Daedalus is
Thanks for
under attack.
following us, Noresco. Okay. You can also hit that Civil War button down below to be taken to the YouTube channel. Currently, our YouTube channel has a lot more videos, a lot more subscribers than our Twitch does, but of course, we're trying to build both. Especially with everything going on at YouTube recently, I think it's important
Yes,
for us
sir.
to really focus on increasing this channel. And I'm actually increasing Noresco's attack power here. He's going to lose some defenses, but he's going to be more useful in firing at that Adamant class ship. He could also target the Raiders and probably take them out. In fact, the Raiders are so close, guys. Let's turn on some flak. No, we don't have flak on this guy. That's too bad. All right, so I'll fire a salvo at the Talon here. Let's take a look at this situation.
Yes, Commander.
Daedalus seems to be handling itself well right now, but given time, it's going to be knocked out. Proud to be a part of the fleet, says Ahriman. Nice, man. Alright, so Noresco's going down here. Of course, he's the main attack right now. Him and Ahriman are the main attack against this Talon. They've already done some pretty significant damage, but I think that Talon could be going for a kamikaze. So we're going to turn Ahriman around. There's another Talon here. And unfortunately, these Manticores do not have lower guns. I'm pretty sure, anyway. So we have to get down to his level. Yeah, I'm still bringing the Adamant around. In fact, I could fire some missiles, but once again, guys, there's that danger that they hit the side of the Daedalus, which can happen. This one's called the Oceanus, which is kind of a cool name. Yeah, we're going to fire at that Nemesis. He's almost dead. Let's hope it doesn't hit our ship. Here we go. Oh, that's way too close. That is way, way, way too close.
Manticore is taking damage.
Come on, come on. I didn't like that one bit. But that is a dead enemy ship there. Dead Talon. Oh, I think this Talon is definitely going for a kamikaze run. Gonna try to rise up as quickly as we can. We're still firing at him. Ooh. Unfortunately, we're not nearly as effective against him from up high.
Taking damage.
That was actually a really good evasive maneuver he did there. All right, so look at that, guys. We've got one of those Talons down. Turning around this way.
Commander.
Looks like our Vipers are already focusing on the other one. Beautiful, man. Vipers are very intelligent. Whoa, look at that. Do you think any Cylons survived that? They are machines. It's possible one piece of machinery was fine. Boom.
Manticore is taking damage.
Yeah, he's definitely firing at Daedalus. Look at that. Get him, boys. I mean, we've got 3 squads on him. We're doing the best we can. There's not much else we can do, unfortunately. Bring Sprugs back here. Thank you for following us, Mr. AZ. I wonder if he lives in Arizona. Arizona. That's a good state, man. It is hot as hell, though.
Yes, sir.
It is hot.
So say we all.
Like, I grew up in Florida up until I was 9 years old. And Florida was hot, but I remember going to Arizona,
Yes,
and
sir.
it was like, I was like, wow. Florida seems like New York right now. This is serious stuff. It's that real dry desert heat.
Manticore is taking damage.
Ooh, there we go. Yes, absolutely right. Noresco is, I think that's absolutely a good point. The ships are big, and I think what you're talking about are sort of the physics, like with the with the weight, of course. In space, this is all quite different, I'm sure. But all of the proportions of the ship, the size of it, yeah, it moves like a massive ship would. It can't make those like hard turns immediately, especially not the big ships like the Adamants. The Manticores can make harder turns like this and this, but the Adamants can only go to like here. Like that's the most they can do because of their size. I agree with you. They've done that very well, and that includes the explosions. Okay, let's keep on chasing this guy. I think we actually have a missile shot. Pretty sure we do. Yep. So let's fire it in the Nemesis.
Missiles on their way. Manticore is taking damage.
And we're also using the MK1s from Noresco. His MK1s, his Mark 1s are also involved in this fight. And I think that Nemesis is about to go down. Yep, missiles are on the way.
Yes, sir.
And on battles like this, I think replays are good because you don't get to see everything, obviously. You're kind of paying attention to multiple things at once.
Understood.
Yeah, I think that Talon's about to bite the dust. We want to get just a little lower so that we get that Top Gun action from Noresco.
Manticore is taking damage.
Momentum of mass. Thank you, Artrop. You're gonna have to explain that to me because I'm an idiot. So it sounds interesting, but I'm assuming what you mean. It's like the heavier the object, the momentum is gonna be like higher, right? The momentum of that object is gonna be augmented. It's gonna be increased, basically. And also maybe even the dimensions, maybe even aside from the how heavy it is, just the dimensions of the object itself. That's a very good question. Does Daedalus have defenses on board? So, Daedalus does have two Mark 1 class ships that defend it, and they can be upgraded to Mark 2 class. In terms of, like, I think what you mean are, like, defenders on board Marines if we get raided by the enemy. And I do believe Daedalus has, like, 50 Marines, which is the equivalent of, like, the amount of Marines on an Adamant class. I'm pretty sure they do. I could be mistaken on that. I know, for instance, if you get boarded on an Adamant, your Marines could fight back against the Cylon Raiders and actually win. But I think I understand your question. Fire.
Manticore is taking damage.
It does have. That's now I understand your question. It does not have missiles. It does have cannons. Very, very mediocre cannons. No missiles. So if like you have like maybe regular enemy raider prototypes attacking, it can do pretty well. Even an enemy, just a single enemy ship, like that. What's it called? The raider class ships. It can pretty much hold off, but nothing to write home about. It's not made for defense at all.
Manticore is taking
the
damage.
Best part of defense on the Daedalus are the Mark II squadrons attached to it. Here we go. The Mark I squadrons, I should say.
Manticore is taking damage.
I don't know why the Adamant's not firing. There we go. We're going to give Noresco this kill.
Yes, sir.
Noresco going in for the kill. You can even see the name. That is so cool. He's getting quite above our guns. So our guns have to readjust. They have to be sort of at a diagonal level, if that makes sense. We could also go ahead and fire our guided missiles,
Commander.
finishing her off for good. Looks like we did lose one Manticore. We want to be careful. We want to make sure we're not ramming any of our ships into the Daedalus. Now we didn't ram that Manticore, so he must have been taken out by raiders. But something to be careful with. Noresco firing the missiles.
Damage.
Oh, and that Talon is finished. What? His rear armor is still there. He just ate 4 missiles. Alright, so we're going to switch the Manticore over here to focus on the Raider Squadron. And this is bad because, of course, now we have to rebuild some of these ships.
Manticore is taking damage.
His bottom armor is quite good. This is what I mean about turning your ship to maximize how long it's going to actually survive. So at least now we've got our Vipers fighting the enemy Raider squads here. Nice. But Ahriman is getting hit pretty badly. You can see his ship is badly hit.
Manticore is taking damage.
Vipers are doing everything to mitigate that damage. He's also got some guns here in the back that are doing some stuff, but yeah, it ain't easy. All right, fire-guided missile. That'll be the end. Definitely.
Manticore's taking damage.
Oh yes, they can. They definitely can, Lady Chicken Sword. But the nukes, you can use them on multiplayer without any issue. But on the campaign, you have to unlock them.
I've had more than 4 hours of rack time since Pygon.
We aren't safe yet. I want the Daedalus in Helios Gamma before we're attacked again.
Yes, Admiral. FTL drives are spooling. Commander, we'll jump on your word.
That was an intense fight, I have to say. That was really intense. And this is the campaign battle that I always hate, just because of them, you know, spawning so near Daedalus. It doesn't take them long to destroy Daedalus. Like 3 or 4 runs by those ships, and Daedalus is gone. At least a death ray or two, says Artra. I would love some death rays. I love how close we got there to the Daedalus. And yes, I have crashed. I've crashed Battlestar. Yes, look at that! Look at that! I told you the Talon kamikazed itself! Did you guys see that? The Talon kamikazed itself to kill our Manticore. That was nuts. Man, that was crazy. I mean, they're robots. If they, you know, if the probability in their programming system says this is a good outcome for the overall Cylon fleet, they're gonna kamikaze themselves. That was crazy. Sure. Yeah, no, I think we have our trouble, unless we'll see who got killed. I don't know which of the Manticores got kamikazed. We'll have to find out. All right. That's another major victory for Colonial Fleet there.
If we're to get a handle on this war, we need offensive forces out there actively repelling these Cylon incursions. Commander, small strike groups may suffice for scale.
Okay, guys, we're getting our first officer. Yes!
Full capital fleet groups led
Damon
by
Greeley.
officers of Colonial Fleet. I recommend you recruit experienced officers to provide strategic oversight to our fleets.
Sir, one of McKinley's officers survived the attack on Pycon. We could recruit them to help aboard Daedalus. Once an officer has been recruited, they need to be assigned to the fleet group they will oversee.
This officer is experienced enough to be promoted. Hand them their new badge, Commander. As they become more experienced, officers can choose to focus on fleet-wide
1,000 fleet
tactics
points.
or bolster the strength of their
This way we can make
personal
a
faction.
bigger fleet, guys.
The presence of a colonial fleet officer at a colony will encourage the local government to pay their Tilium stipend. We didn't create the articles just to have them ignored.
So this is wonderful with an officer present, and this is also quite new with the DLC. It's giving us specific updates all the time on what's happening here. Now you could have jumped to this before, but it seems they've added this in just to let people know to the
It is your
extent.
job to keep the Daedalus well-resourced and the 12 colonies defended. I have other business to attend to. Lieutenant Agathon will brief you when I have further commands.
And actually, what I'm going to build right now is my Berserker class. I love the Berserker class ship. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't do that. Unfortunately, our allies being attacked, there's not much we can do about that. But I want to get the Berserker here. It's got wonderful side guns, and that's really what it's made for. It's just those side guns. So we're going to build one. We still have a lot of Tilium, so we could actually rush this guy if we wanted. And you know what I'm going to do. And I'm going to build another Adamant class frigate. So let's rush our Berserk carrier. I know it's expensive. But so is losing our whole fleet. So let's move that to Fleet Group Daedalus with its new commander, Damon Greeley. Now, let's see if we can add anybody else here for names. Take care, Artrop. Thank you, man. I'm gonna call this one Lady Chicken Sword. Oceanus. Lady Chicken Sword. And she's one of our biggest supporters on YouTube. She absolutely contributes a massive amount to the channel. So we are going to name one Lady Chicken Sword. Araman Sprugs. We could get some more ships, and I'm tempted to wait. So let's see. Let's see how much Tilium we make next turn, and that's going to give us a good idea of how much people love us.
Set condition 1 throughout the station.
We've got somebody that wants to
Daedalus
take
is
us
under
on.
attack.
Okay, all right. I see how it is. I see how it is. No rest for the weary. Where are these fools coming from? Guess we'll find out. And there's our Berserk class. This thing has just incredibly good side guns. And obviously, guys, increasing our fleet skill is going to increase our commander skill, etc., etc.
Understood. Understood. On it, Commander.
We could even pop the Daedalus' fleets here. And there's that Berserk. With the Berserk class, we want to go as low as possible. So I actually should have started them off quite low. Being a bit lazy.
Understood.
Just a little bit lazy. Oh, it sure is, Ahriman. Your ship has done pretty well. She's all nice and shiny new again. Ooh, that was a near miss. And yes, it is called a near miss. I've watched enough George Carlin to know that. When two ships nearly collide, it's a near miss, not
Yes,
a near
Commander.
hit. Which is absurd. Let's pop these folks. And we can actually send our Vipers out to scout, which is something that A lot of pro gamers, like on multiplayer, I noticed they do that a lot. So we might do that. Haha, I like that. Yes, Ahriman's ship will serve as a museum ship. Absolutely, Noresco.
On it, Commander.
If the war is won,
On it, Commander.
he will be remembered. But he's not dead yet, so don't put him in a museum yet, man. That's usually, if you're in a museum, it's usually because you're dead. So let him be a surviving ship. Like, what's a very, very well-known ship? I know one is the USS Intrepid. That's like survived through like 3 or 4 wars. And still is kind of used occasionally, although the Intrepid was decommissioned. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I don't usually do this, but I am going to scout. We're definitely lowering our fleet because they're quite low, and they're not moving a lot, which leads me to believe there could be a base star here. We just don't know. Could be something big. Big and mean.
Understood. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
IFF confirms unit is hostile.
There we go. Manticore's immediately opening up on that thing.
Unit is hostile.
We definitely want to slow down here and lower some of our ships. Keep some of them basically here. Well, in general, we want to lower our whole fleet. But I will start firing missiles away. And it just looks like a whole bunch of Nemesis-class ships, which can be frustrating. These guys are really good at, like I said before,
Missiles
hacking,
on their way.
but also at getting rid of 1 or 2 of your ships. Just you know,
Missiles
in
on their
silly
way.
ways. So I'm going to target 1. Then I'm going to switch targets. Because I know how sneaky these little bastards are. Lady Chicken Sword,
Yes,
we're going to
Commander.
minimize her ship or lower her ship, and she's going to fire at this one. So we're
Missiles on
sending
their way.
salvos all to different ones, and with our Berserk class, we're going to lower. And I do believe we've got some
Yes, sir.
Vipers. That's right. That's another really cool thing about the Berserk class. Despite it being like mainly a destroyer, it's basically one that's like just supposed to do a lot of damage, move quickly with its side guns. It also has a Viper squadron, which is just really cool. And actually, we can use the Daedalus Viper squads here against the enemy.
Understood.
No one's going to be attacking the Daedalus. Alright, this is going to be a big play here. Here we go.
Missiles
Oh
incoming.
man, they are shooting their torps. What did I tell you? Think they're going to fire all at one ship? Wow. No mercy from the Cylons right now. Man, they want us dead. Now we have to start selecting targets. Get a bit lower here.
Understood.
Sorry guys, commentary's not high right now because I'm trying to focus. I'm going to increase attack here on the Lady Chicken Sword. And I'll make the Nemesis our main target because I want to kill at least one of these guys. The Berserker, on the other hand, you can shoot at this guy. Full attack. One down. A lot more to go. And as you can see, the Berserker's still firing even at a ship it's not targeting. This could be... I really want to keep descending, but this could be an attempted kamikaze. Got to be really careful in battles like this, guys, because the ships are right on top of each other.
So say we all.
Oh boy, this is really creepy. Wow. Major near miss there. The Berserker's still firing away, but not without this Nemesis trailing us. Lower Berserker. This is definitely going to be a replay battle. No doubt about that. Gotta take the weakest in the pack. I think that's
Yes,
a pretty
sir.
basic tactical maneuver here. That's what I'm talking about, baby. We do want to be careful, though. These guys are getting really close. Three salvos should finish her off. It looks like
Yes,
they're
sir.
already attacking that Nemesis. And we want to get even lower here. So I'm going to lower ourselves a bit.
Berserk is taking damage.
Ooh, the Berserk is taking damage now. Another one of them down. I think all that's left is going to be that last Nemesis class. We can have any guided missile shots. We'll go ahead and target it.
Yes, sir. So say we all. So say we all. So say we all.
I think Mark ones will finish this one off. Yep, there she goes, or there she blows. No problem, Lady Chicken Sword. All right, I'll let you guys view that replay. That was pretty cool. We also gained XP for Damon Greeley, our new commander. You also got First Blood, Aramon. I'm glad. We'll be uploading some more Ancestors Legacy stuff later for sure. I think I want to jump into the Slavic campaign and check it out. I already beat the German campaign and the Viking campaign. At least the first one of the Viking campaign, not the second one. But I actually still have the second part of the Battle of Lindisfarne to upload on the channel, so I'll try to get that up as soon as possible. Yeah, I can imagine they're the last choice in the game. I can imagine they're going to be rough. But I have to say, the campaigns are well done. It actually reminds me of Age of Empires 2 in terms of how fun the campaigns are. By the way, guys, I'll show you one of the special missions. So for those of you that are new to the game, these special missions can be avoided. They do have a time limit, and you can see that in the bars on the left-hand side. We'll just give you an example of what one of these special missions contains.
This Aquarian research station has been under Cylon surveillance for a while now. Despite that, the scientists have been working out here for years and are refusing to leave. Clear out the Cylon spies before they change their mind and decide to blow it all up.
Interesting. So that's one of the possibilities. So I'm going to go ahead and save here. I want to make this a sort of Twitch exclusive. I'll upload this on YouTube just so anybody that missed it can check it out. But if you guys enjoyed this, make sure to let me know in the comments. And thank you so much for the donation there by Noresco and for the 2 new subscribers. Make sure to subscribe here if you guys are new. And also click the Civil War picture down below to be taken to my YouTube channel and sub there, because we put a lot of our stuff there. But I had a lot of fun with you guys. I want to thank you so much. I want to thank Araman, as always, for showing up and being our mod, or actually our administrator. So we will be doing some more of this on the Twitch channel in the future. I think this game is pretty good for Twitch, and it's just visually very pleasing. Not just to me, but to you guys as well, which makes me quite happy. So thank you again, guys. Thank you, everybody, for showing up, and I had a great time. And actually, now that Araman mentioned it, I'm off to play some Ancestors Legacy as well. Take care, guys. And by the way, Araman, you and me have got to do a co-op soon, multiplayer co-op on Ancestors Legacy. I want to learn a little bit more, but I think that would be a really entertaining video. A little multiplayer video for everybody on the YouTube channel. Thank you, Lady Chicken Knight. Lady Chicken Sword. I always know you as Lady Chicken Sword. I can't help myself. All right, take care, friends.